Hello guys, welcome to this video. My name is Hitesh Gupta and as you all know, I am a licensed Canadian immigration consultant. In this video, I'll try to cover the two most asked questions which every spousal sponsorship applicant asks me. So without wasting time, the number one question which I am asked is that we have married our spouse, but our spouse is right now outside Canada. They do not have a visitor visa. They cannot right now come to Canada. So is applying the visitor visa instead of the spousal sponsorship application a good thing? Or we should either apply for the study permit so that they can come to Canada as fast as possible, and then we can apply for the inland spousal sponsorship application. So to this question, my shortest answer is no. This is not the correct way to proceed forward. You may have gotten this advice from your friends, family, and relatives, because when you look at the spousal sponsorship application timeline, it's a very long timeline. Few applicants who applied in COVID times, they had a processing time of 20 to 24 months, but right now the processing time has decreased. Even after that, many applicants decide to go forward with the visitor visa pathway or the study permit pathway. Trust me, 90% chance application will be rejected for your temporary residence, because when you apply for your visitor visa or when you apply for your study permit, the first and foremost thing which you have to prove to the visa officer is that you're coming to Canada for temporary purposes and you will go back. Your spouse being here in Canada and then you apply for a temporary residence does not at all help your application. The reason being, officer knows you have a very strong ties inside Canada and you will not go back, which officer is also correct in assuming, because once you are inside Canada, they have seen in past that applicants after receiving the visitor visa come to Canada and then apply for inland spousal sponsorship application. So just to save your time, do not apply for a visitor visa or a study permit when you are married to a PR or a citizen, because in 90% cases it will be a rejection. Only few spouses who have their better half as a PR or Canadian citizen inside Canada receive an approval, but that is always case dependent. It does not mean that if one person or if one applicant has received an approval for a visitor visa before submitting their spousal sponsorship application, that rule will also apply to you. The biggest disadvantage of this approach is that once you submit your study permit application or a visitor visa application, the timeline to get a result on this application is pretty long. Right now, study permit from India are taking approximately 3 to 4 months. And visitor visa in some cases as well are being delayed. Close to 3 to 4 months visitor visa approval or rejections are taking. So if you submit a temporary residence application, then for that time you're not applying your sponsorship application. And if your temporary residence application is denied, then what option do you have? You have already wasted your 4 months. So instead of applying for a visitor visa, what I would suggest is that apply for your spousal sponsorship application, because 4 months is a very long time, and almost all the applicants receive their acknowledgement of receipt in 2 to 3 months. If your documents are correct, you have not missed attaching any document, you have not missed uploading any forms, you have not made any mistake in the forms, then yes, you receive your AOR in 2 to 3 months. But then if you would have applied for a temporary residence, then waiting for a decision on temporary residence, you have wasted your time, in which you would have inched closer to your final goal. And your final goal is making sure that your spouse come to Canada as early as possible. So if you're thinking of applying for a temporary residence, being a PR or citizen in Canada, make sure you have weighed in all your options and are pretty confident about your spouse profile. That's the number one question. The second question which I'm asked a lot is that what if right now your spouse is outside Canada in any country, and then you are submitting a spousal sponsorship application. Once your application is submitted and your spouse comes to Canada, they apply for visitor visa and they get their visitor visa. So now if they're inside Canada, can you now apply for their open work permit, which one can apply in inland spousal sponsorship application? So the shortest answer is no. Once you have submitted your application as an Outland spousal sponsorship applicant, even if you come inside Canada after your application has been submitted, you cannot apply for an open work permit. Open work permit is only available for inland candidates, so that option is not available for you. You can come to Canada, stay with your spouse for 6 months, and hopefully you will receive your result in 6 months, but in those 6 months you cannot work and you cannot apply for your open work permit. It will be rejected. So I hope these two questions may have helped all those spousal sponsorship applicants who may have had this small doubt. We will try to cover other questions as well for spousal sponsorship applicants. Till then, do not forget to like, subscribe and share our channel, and see you soon guys. Thank you.